I've heard the comments, people wondering why Hydreigon. Why not something safer, something simpler? The truth is, Hydreigon's always made people uncomfortable. It's dark, it's complex, and it doesn't play by the usual rules. But just because something operates in the shadows doesn't mean it's the villain. Some things work best behind the scenes, quiet, unshaken, doing the job no one else is built for. That's Hydreigon. Hail Hydra.
People misunderstand that phrase. They think it means chaos, control, conspiracy, but sometimes all it means is preparedness, a plan, strength without noise. That's what we're bringing to this match to back up Hydra. We are bringing choice. Ban Cinderace clean execution, no hesitation. Choice ban Galarian in Zapdos, direct pressure. No time to waste. Eject pack, rake tusk fast pivots, sharp reads, assault Mastamongus. Doing the dirty work no one notices, and Shukaberry Hisuian Gudra standing firm when the ground starts to shake.
This isn't about flash. It's not about spectacle. It's about winning the kind of battle people don't always see coming. And to my opponent, Mmuffinz, best of luck. Let's keep it clean, but fair warning, some of us don't need the spotlight to make an impact. Hail Hydra.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Okay, so Mmuffinz, it looks like, is bringing maybe it's like a spin block team into the Corgian Cinderace. I mean, it's a gamble. It paid off. I ran a Choice Band Cinderace. I didn't run a Boot Cinderace this week, unfortunately. I ran Choice Band. I thought the fire moves looked like super free into their team, but it might come back to bite me now. I'm definitely gonna have to court change at some point, or else that Zarude is a huge issue. I'm just gonna leave my Goodra. My Goodra is pretty much good into everything on his team. I'm running Shuka, so I'll be able to take hit from the Iron Treads. The only thing Goodra is a little bit iffy into is that Zarude, but I mean, if he sends out Zarude too early, I'll be able to get chip on it and hopefully get it into like Cinderace range or something. My guess, Rabomba is probably gonna lead. Probably wants to either get up a stun spore on my Cinderace or wants to just get up its Sticky Web off early. So you go Red Eyes. No, you go lead this. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I like chip on this. So you see my Shukaberry. A little unfortunate that you get to scout that out, but I'm not going to be able to do very much of this because it's Dusclops. Amoonguss doesn't do a whole lot. They didn't bring the Primarina. So maybe I will go Amoonguss on this and just Sludge Bomb. If his no Primarina means I really have no reason to have this Amoonguss around just in general. It's basically only for that. I'm running like AV, like max special attack offensive to be able to like get some offense pressure out with this. But Bull was fine. I probably could have went Cinderace, but not the end of the world. I mean, what's this gonna do to me? Nightshade at off my 400 HP? Yeah. I think you're probably going to go out into Mandibuzz here, so I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. I'm running max special attack. It's going to be able to do a decent amount. If you opt to stay in, not the end of the world. Chip on Mandibuzz in general is kind of valuable, especially since I get that very big 30% proc to poison chance, which I can always hope for. So I'm kind of rushing this, honestly, like thought process wise. I mean, main things I need to be careful about, obviously, is the Terra Poison Zarude, especially if he gets Sticky Web off. But I don't know. I don't know if he ever gets the Sticky Web off if he didn't lead it. Maybe it's like some Quiver Dance set. If he's Quiver Dance, I might need to keep my Amoonguss around for a bit longer. So you switch. If you go on into Iron Treads, that would really surprise me. I think that's going to be Mandibuzz. Bonehead indeed is the Mandibuzz. I'm going to get a very big chunk off with the Sludge Bomb, as it does nothing, revealing he's like more specially defensive. Okay. I want to keep my Assault Vest intact. Is there anything I'm fine eating this knock? Do I need my Assault Vest on Hydreigon for anything? Hydreigon looks really good here. You know, maybe I actually do the Sludge Bomb again. Try to get go for the poison procs and force a roost. As your dual wing beat, that's going to do a lot more than I would have liked. And definitely some heat. I definitely did not expect dual wing beat in this matchup. Usually Mandibuzzes are like Brave Birds. Do I get poison? No, I don't get the poison. But that's fine. We'll just kind of pivot around. I imagine you probably either dual wing beat or roost. I think this is like especially defensive. I'm doing like nothing. Yes, Cinders to play. I don't think you knock. I feel like if you would have knocked earlier if you had it. Maybe this is a mistake. I have to keep my core change around as you do knock. Ugh. And you do see my choice band. I'm pretty sure Pyro Ball kills. I think I'm going to save the Terra for my Hydreigon, actually. I was initially, like, in preview, I was planning on Terraing my Cinderace. But since he didn't bring the Primarina, my Terra Hydreigon actually looked really good. I brought Terra Fire on Hydreigon as I wanted to use Hydreigon to bait the Primarina to come in and get, like, offensive pressure off that way. But, okay, this should kill. I do not kill. So you get a Roost off. Ew. Our Cinderace is getting kind of neutralized. That's unfortunate. But fortunately, the Mandibuzz is also kind of taken out of the game. Which is nice because Mandibuzz is, slows down my Hydreigon and Hoodril a lot. I can Pyro Ball here. I don't think there's any downside to Pyro Balling. Yeah, I'm just gonna Pyro Ball. Where are you gonna go out into? Dustclops? Dustclops isn't gonna appreciate a Pyro Ball. Maybe you're trying to get a Roost off later, but I'm fine with this situation playing out like this. So I'm gonna get a Pyro Ball off. Decent amount of chip. Yep, decent amount of chip. Could have U-turn for momentum, but not the end of the world. I'm just gonna U-turn. If you reveal tech to reveal tech. So this is Will-O-Wisp, probably Nightshade. Probably. It probably has to be Pain Split. I don't want to go Hydreigon on this, because Hydreigon taking that chip would be kind of annoying. I think I am just going to go out immediately out into my Mungus again, see what he wants to go for. I think we're going to see a Nightshade come out. I don't know. Dusclops is one of those really weird Pokemon. Hex, that's going to do nothing. Yeah, I'm a Self-Vest. I'm a Self-Vest Mungus. You're not going to be able to make any progress with the X. So I can't actually double out here, which is tempting. Is that actually the play? Should you probably Hex again, right? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go straight out into my Hydreigon. I doubt you Will-O-Wisp and already burned Mungus. So I got into my False Hydra. As you withdraw, what are you gonna go out into on this? Okay, Mandibuzz, sack Mandibuzz, fine. Not really the end of the world. I can U-turn, I can Draco. I can kill this so many different ways. Dark Pulse should be able to kill. Do I want Hydreigon out on neutral? I actually don't mind Hydreigon. Actually, I do mind Hydreigon out on neutral speed. Hydreigon's going to bring in that Rabomba, and if that Rabomba gets up the Sticky Web, that Zarude becomes a really big issue. Like, I have ways to stop Zarude, but it's not ideal. Actually, you know what? I still have ways to stop the Zarude even if Sticky Web gets off. The Rabomba is going to force my Terra on my Hydreigon, but I think that's generally okay. So, Manbug's gone. Shoot, where did my pen go? I misplaced my pen. No. Shoot. That's where my pen is. So, Manbug's gone. I imagine you have to go Rabomba on this. You could also go Zard if that's like especially defensive bulk up, which is a huge issue. If you go the Rabomba, I am probably going to burn my Terra. Buzz, yeah, that's going to burn my Terra. So, yeah, I'm fine with this eating like a Moonblast or something. If he Thunder Waves, he Thunder Waves. I still have answers to his health. So, I'm just going to Terra and Fire Blast. If you double, that's fine. You don't really have a good switch into this. You didn't bring the Primarina, which really catches me off guard. I had an entire game plan planned out for Primarina, which involved like using my Hydreigon to bait it in, but no, Primarina means I can't do that anymore. But that's fine. That just means Hydreigon can kind of like break a little bit. This is gonna do a decent amount. I mean, okay, Stun Spore, you miss, a little unfortunate. Hard Blast, we do hit. And that's going to be a dead Rabomba, I think, unless you're sashed. You're not sashed, okay. Rabomba gone. What you have left is Dusclops, Azelf, Iron Shreds, and Zarude. Zarude's going to be the only thing that can deal with this. Dusclops isn't going to appreciate Dark Pulse. Azelf, I'm a Soul Fist on my Hydreigon, so I'll be able to take any hit that wants to go for. Iron Shreds, maybe if you're a Rock move on Treads. But I don't think a Rock move makes any sense into my team. As you go out into Azelf, but I'm a Selfest, so I really don't care. So I'm just going to Dark Pulse this and take my damage, just because you can't one-shot me. Mystical Power, that's going to do nothing. I'm a Selfest. Yeah. Does nothing. It's funny. AV Hydreigon. Let's see. Are you Sash? Dark Pulse? You're not Sash. So Azelf gone. Hydreigon putting in the finest. 3 kills early. Showing why it is very much a good Terra Captain. I did not expect Hydreigon to do this much work. I assumed Primarina would come, but it did not. So we take that. I mean, your Iron Treads can't touch me. It's because Rock move makes no sense into my team. Zarude will deal with me if you're especially defensive, which I think you have to be. As he goes Zarude, yeah. Terra Poison. I do have like Clear Smog to check this. Damn it. I hate facing Zarudes. They're so annoying. If I U-turn. If he bulk up, so I just lose. No, my Mecha should be able to take 1 hit. You definitely Terra here. I'm going to do something that might be a little bit of a crazy play. I'm going to go raw Mecha Jimmy on the expected Terra. If you're Terra Poison, I should be able to take like a +1 Power Whip if we use Mecha Jimmy's Old Jimmy's Old Jimmy. And I imagine your eyes are bulking up here or you're knockoffing. We will see which one. If you bulk up, that's a little scary, but I think I should be able to deal with that. Is you do bulk up, yeah. Fortunately, our Goodra is running the GUI, so we'll be able to slow it down a little bit, but still a very scary thing. I'm just gonna Headlong Rush, take my damage. As Petal Blizzard, shouldn't take me out. Yeah, it doesn't take me out because Great Tusk is a Great Tusk. Headlong Rush does a large amount. Yep. Is once again, Great Tusk is a Great Tusk. We proc our eject pack, so we'll be able to get out of there, which we needed very badly. And I'm just gonna go out into Cinderace. That's the only thing I have that's gonna outspeed this. And actually, do I go this? And no, I don't get fancy. I just take my kill. If I get fancy to Zarude, I could potentially lose Sweat. Leftovers, yep. But I think that's a chip that I needed on it. I'm just gonna Power Ball here. If you go Dusknoir off the Ends of the World, or whatever it's called, the Ghost type, your Spin Blocker. So I'm just going to Pyro Ball this. It should take it out. If you stand, yep, you stand. Okay, it's already gone. Big threat out of the way. So all you have left is Dusclops, Iron Treads. So I'm pretty sure, unless I'm seriously missing something, my Hydreigon just wins this game. I don't think any of your last Pokemon left can touch my Hydreigon. So yeah, Terra Hydreigon going big. I did not expect to Terra Hydreigon in this matchup at all pre-game, but we take those. Ha. No Fairy, or your Fairy is a bug type, so you just take massive damage. So I'm just going to U-turn, take my trip. I mean, there's nothing that Dusclops can do to touch my Hydreigon, so I could just go Hydreigon, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, GG's, unless I like miss or something. But even if I miss multiple times, I have like multiple ways to deal with it. No reason to overthink it. If you go for Hex, I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot. Future Sight, okay. Fair enough. I don't think you'll ever get it off, though. So I just Dark Pulse, take out this Dusclops. Yep, Dusclops gone. All you have left is your Iron Treads, which should go down to a Fire Blast, barring miss. If I miss, a little unfortunate, the Hydreigon won't get the 5 kills in a single match, but it's okay. I'm just gonna Fire Blast. This is, what are you gonna do, knock? Yeah, knock, fair enough. Knock by Soulfest, no! But Fire Blast, we hit, so that should be a dead Iron Treads. So we move on to 3-0, 3 pretty convincing wins, which is a great way to start the season. And next week we get to go up against a Dragapult, which will always be fun. And see you guys in the next battle.